Speaking of the defense, and coming out of that Utah State game, it was a game that really revealed to Bronco Mendenhall that this football team really didn't have an identity and it needed one. So the coach fired the defensive coordinator and hired himself to take on the defense, and it has brought that squad to life. True Blue's Brandon Hartigan reports on the resurgence of Bronco's band of brothers.
Brotherhood, teamwork, dedication. These were not the characteristics of the football team that Bronco Mendenhall inherited when he became BYU's head coach in 2005. Bronco led his team to a 6-5 record that year, but at the start of his second season as head coach, he decided to change the attitude of his team.
We had had 3 losing seasons, and I thought our team was divided, and I thought they had different standards by position group and sides of the ball, and so there was a compelling story from the military that impacted me, and so that's how it all started.
This story is known as the Band of Brothers, which is about an elite and very close company of U.S. Army paratroopers that fought together through nearly impossible odds during World War II. The soldiers quickly learned the importance of helping each other as a team, and the 2006 BYU football team took this story to heart.
It's important that we gel together and we're comfortable with one another and we can trust the person next to us on both sides of the ball. And I think that's been the most important thing about the whole Band of Brothers thing.
Fast forward to this year, the Cougars started out with a 1-4 record and the team desperately needed to rediscover its identity. So after a tough loss to Utah State, Coach Mendenhall knew it was time for a change. After firing defensive coordinator Jaime Hill, Bronco decided he would take over the defense and reiterate the importance of being a band of brothers.
It's not that we brought it back, it's been part of what we've done every year. It just seems like maybe my visibility needed to be clearer to our players.
And Bronco's visibility came in loud and clear the following game against San Diego State.
So I think for all of us that was really motivational, just to see him wearing that shirt and being the leader.
And watching Bronco on game day in a Band of Brothers t-shirt isn't the only new thing fans have seen recently. They're also seeing big changes from the defense.
Every day we come to practice, we have a goal, and it's not to let the offense get past the line of scrimmage. And in the pass game, they can't catch a pass over 10 yards. So it's just the mindset, the intensity, and he's built that culture of us to be warriors out there. And every yard counts, and I feel like that's been the biggest difference.
He definitely motivates us more. He's intense. He brings out a lot more physicality with the defense, more aggression, pushes us to our limits.
In my opinion, they're playing hard and they're playing with a lot of heart, and I'm impressed by that.
And although many people think that football is just X's and O's, the importance of team unity, such as being a band of brothers, can't be overstated.
It's very important. It's a big difference when you know you can look to the man next to you or look to the man behind you and have confidence in his ability and that he's going to do his job.
The Band of Brothers has always been there, and anytime we face adversity, like we've lost some games, obviously, it's easy to fall apart. But Coach Mendenhall, I think his whole mentality was, hey, we're in this together no matter what. We are a Band of Brothers, and we're there to help each other through thick and thin, through wins and through losses.
Brendan Hartigan, True Blue.
Brendan Hartigan is in our True Blue studios, and student athletes react to different kinds of things, and these particular athletes respond to Band of Brothers. How come?
They do. It's just kind of an inspirational thing that they have. It really teaches the importance of what unity is, and the team really feels that if they're helping each other out, they can succeed not just as teammates but in life, and it helps them out on both sides of the ball.
And they're assigned to do this off the field as well, right?
They do. When I was talking to some of the players, one of them, Jaden Wagner, he told me a few years back they had dog tags where they'd have one dog tag that had their name on it and another that had a teammate, and they'd always kind of look out for one another, and that was the teammate they were assigned to kind of check up on and make sure everything's good with them. And that unity really helped him have success on the field. Prior
to every defensive possession, Bronco lines the guys up on the sideline in a 3-point stance, and then like he's sending them off to battle. It's a very unique look, and it seems to fire the guys up before they ever get out onto the field.
It does. I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it the last few games. The defense has been great. Even in that loss against TCU, they were really awesome for the first 27 minutes. I really think that gets their mentality right, and it really shows on the field.
Does the defense feel like it has got to take the lead to try to save this season and get these seniors to a bowl game?
You know, you think they'd kind of have to. The offense hasn't been producing in a way that I think the defense would feel comfortable that they're doing their job. If we do an average job, we're going to win. I think the defense takes a lot of pride in their work, and they really feel that if these next few games are going to get wins and qualify for that bowl game, they're going to have to step it up.
All right, Brendan, nice job. Band of brothers.